Let me tell you a story. In 2017, I joined this blogging platform on the internet that was a Web3 social media based cryptocurrency community. And the idea is you could blog, post videos, photos, much like you'd use something like Facebook or Reddit or something like that. And you could get rewarded in cryptocurrencies. It was cutting edge. It was the first time social media was on the blockchain. And it was moving really quickly, and it gained a lot of support. And a lot of communities built themselves on that platform internationally. And it got so good that we would sometimes meet up in our local areas and you'd bump into people in the community. And we even had annual global gatherings with pick a country, and we'd all travel there and do this massive sort of 4-day, 5-day festival thing where we all met, discussed what we were doing on the platform. You had people who formed companies that were building on the platform. We had DAOs, we had presentations and all sorts of things. It was amazing. And we all were sure that this cryptocurrency was going to the moon. A lot of people invested huge amounts of money into the cryptocurrency. I invested a little bit myself because I believed in it so much. Of course, the bear market came in 2019 and everything crashed. But like every other cryptocurrency that was an altcoin or a small cap, it crashed 90%. And a lot of people were 90% down on their investments. But because of the community factor, people still held together, kept strong, kept believing because they knew that it was only a matter of time before this thing rose again. Unfortunately, though, even though the community was strong, even though the community kept believing, the guys at the top weren't. The company that existed at the time, even though the platform was supposed to be decentralized, the company that was responsible for developing on that platform had a CEO. And this whole time, the CEO had stopped believing. It turned out the CEO was looking for buyers. So while he would make speeches and say, oh, to the moon, we're going to be amazing, la 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 la, we're the only decentralized platform, where blah, blah, blah. He used to make these motivational speeches and people used to fall for them. Turns out he was looking to rug pull the entire community, not in the way that he was going to dump the tokens, but because he wanted to sell and get out. And he had this massive allocation of tokens as well, which was always a problem, but people basically turned a blind eye to the thing the whole time. But eventually he sold out to like the worst possible person. It was a hostile takeover. It was a complete mess. If you've been in crypto for a while, you already know which platform I'm talking about. And to salvage the community, some of the big hitters, the whales, the developers came together and forked the environment into a different environment, which is still around now. Actually, both platforms are still around right now, and there's a bit of a reformation going on both of them. But the community never quite came back, and I think the token really suffered from that hit. Now, the new platform that's been forked, because of the power of community, again, is generating a lot of momentum and has a lot of possibilities, a lot of potential. But a lot of people have been hit by what happened in the past and aren't as dedicated to this platform as they used to be. Usage is way down, traffic is way down. Yes, it's because we're in the bear market, but even the old platform, while in the bear market, we still managed to thrive somehow. But the damage has been done, and people now realize that we need platforms to be truly decentralized so that we don't have these figureheads that suddenly rug pull people or suddenly, sell to someone who has a completely different vision for the platform, who then basically kneecaps everyone. Why am I making this video today? Because I saw the news that the two founders of Gala are suing each other. Now, Gala Games, if you remember, did that V1 to V2 transfer just the other month. And there was a bit of controversy with that because some of the exchanges like Coinbase didn't participate, so a lot of people completely lost their Gala effectively. Some people got the new version, but the price has been plummeting because it's been plagued with issues. And now we hear that one of the partners is accusing the other one of theft, effectively, of dumping and selling. So my opinion is this: if the CEO is basically rug pulling, or one of the founders is basically rug pulling the community, then that's just smells, because for whatever reason, yes, it's their gala, but first of all, how did they get that gala? Was it a pre-mine? Were they allocated that gala? So now they've stopped believing in the system. That's just it. If someone is dumping tokens like this, one of them says it's theft. I mean, I'm inclined to believe the one that said it's theft, because they're partners, they're founders, they know what each other are doing. They have more information than we do. So if one of them is dumping and the other one is saying that they're thieving the money effectively, whatever the case may be, if it's theft, it's bad. If it's dumping, it's a rug pull. Both are bad situations. And now they're counter-suing each other, blah, blah, blah. Now, like I said in the video I made about Pepe, when two elephants are fighting, it is the grass underneath that takes the brunt. So while these guys are millionaires already, one of them is selling, making millions, the other one probably has millions as well. It's the average holder of Gala, the token, who's believing, who's put his investment or her investment into Gala, who's hoping that this crypto, all things being equal, should do pretty well in the next bull run, right? And it's the developer who's wasting their time building games on this platform. It's the investor who's trying to build a community on this platform. People trying to do NFTs, people trying to do metaverses on this platform. They're the ones that are going to be rug pulled when the two CEOs decide to just dump all their tokens and get out, or they need to pay for some legal fees from all their lawsuits, or even like the bad press that this is generating causes the price of Gala to plummet more than it should. We're already in the bear market. We already have terrible macro conditions. Any bit of news like this is just bad for the environment. And I think it is time that average users, people who are investors, retail especially, have a zero tolerance for this behavior. So whenever we see that founders start to mess around, get this bad news, just exit and get out of the token. All right? Get out, protect yourself. It's not financial advice. Of course, do your own research. Again, Gala Games might come back hard. It might still do what it's supposed to do in the next bull run. It might still create millionaires. Well, personally, I actually don't have any Gala tokens. If I had Gala tokens, even though it's plummeted 20% or so in the last couple of days, I would get my tokens and get the heck out, or at least reduce my risk as much as I can. Because of course, it might surge again in a couple of weeks when the news dies down. Maybe exit then. Maybe I'd exit then, because then I'd have a better value for my Gala tokens. But if I'm in profit right now because I invested a long time ago when it was low, I'd be out. Not financial advice. Now, you all know I'm a big fan of Ripple and XRP Ledger. XRP Ledger is decentralized. XRP, the token, is decentralized. But Ripple is a company that is a centralized company. And the founders of that company and the big bosses in that company have a lot of say in what happens with the XRP ledger and the XRP token itself. They're the ones responsible. They're the front-facing part of the community, right? If I ever heard that these guys were dumping or suing each other, I would be out of XRP so fast. Just remember, do not become a cult member. You can believe in a token, you can support it, but we need to hold these people's feet to the fire. We need to keep an eye on what's going on with these guys, because at the end of the day, they are human beings, and human beings are vulnerable to human emotions. So even XRP is vulnerable to this sort of stuff. In my opinion, only Bitcoin, right, in entire cryptoverse, only Bitcoin is immune to this whole CEO bad behavior, because there is no CEO. Nobody knows who's who, and it's truly decentralized. No financial advice. Do your own research, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.